Hi, this is Richard, and I'm back with another Photoshop tip. This time we're going to learn how to remove distractions from your photo. We'll start with small distractions, and we'll do something like this. Let's try to do this non-destructively. So I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on this little icon right down here. It says Layer 1, but we're going to retitle that to Pond Cleanup. Okay, and now I have my, let's see, spot healing brush selected like this. I can make it bigger or smaller by using the bracket keys. And if I want to, let's say I want to remove some distractions from the pond. I can just, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. I just used Command plus to do that. I'll just start selecting over here, brushing over these little green things here in the pond, and let's see what happens. You see it takes them out like that, and I can brush. You want your brush to be just a little bit larger than whatever you're trying to remove. I'll remove this, get rid of that, and maybe I'm just kind of going overboard here to show you how easy this technique is. I can remove these by just brushing over them like this, and you see the spot healing brush does a really good job. Now let me here, I'll even touch these just briefly. Get rid of some of those. Okay, now I'll hit Command 0 and zoom out, and you can see that the pond no longer has the distractions in it, just from using that simple technique. So that is how, and by the way, I did that non-destructively because you see the cleanup is on its own little layer, so I can always bring them back just by unselecting that layer or disabling it or re-enabling it. Put them back and clean them up again. So that is how you remove rather small distractions, and you can use that to remove people or whatever else is getting in your way. Now, if you have a larger distraction, you might use a different technique. Let me show you this one. I'm going to hit Command J to duplicate my background, and I'm going to call this one walkway removal. Okay. And I think this time I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to go up here and grab my magic lasso here, or no, excuse me, just the lasso tool. And I'm going to select with the lasso tool a little bit more than this sidewalk, because maybe I find this sidewalk to be distracting. It's possible. And now I'm going to hit Shift Delete. Now, when I hit Shift Delete, it gives me some options, but what I want is this content aware one right here. Content aware, Shift Delete, and now I'll hit OK, and it's going to think for a second about what to do. And you can see the little wait cursor there. So it's thinking, and it tries this replacement. Now, this is far from perfect, but you can see it already gave me kind of a head start in replacing this grass here. So what I can do now is hit S for the clone tool, and let me adjust the size of that brush. I think I need to make it a little larger here with my bracket keys. And I can sample from over here with the clone tool and start brushing in some grass where this blurriness was, and try to make that look a little bit more natural. So just using the clone tool to brush in the grass here like this. We'll get it down here like this, and something like that. There we go. So between using Content Aware Delete and the clone tool, or Content Aware Fill rather, and the clone tool, we were able to quickly cover that little spot that was perhaps slightly distracting because of its brightness. And so we no longer have the walkway. And see, we have this layer though, walkway removal, and we can easily bring that back if we want to later, or once again hide the walkway. And so that's an easy way to remove smaller objects as well as larger objects from your photos. Many other ways to do it, but those are just two of the ways you might try. And this is Richard. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you found this useful and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye-bye.